I'm here with the head coach of the Pennsbury Falcons baseball team, and that's Joe Pesci. And Joe just went through another one just like he did the other day, down to the wire finish of the very last play of the ball game to decide it, and of course work his way into the States. And as the kids have told me, it's been 22 years since they made it to the States. So you got to feel good about the fact that this group played so hard and so well to get to the state playoff.
Yeah, we think it was 93. Yeah, it may have been 94, but it's pretty darn close. We did some research going through the yearbooks, but first league title in 19 years.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we lose a tight game to Owen J. Roberts. Otherwise, we would have been playing, I think, for the district title today. But state playoffs is huge. We're one of the best 16 teams in the state.
Yeah.
We got a chance to do something special that Pennsbury baseball has never done, is win a state title. And one game at a time. We have Chambersburg or Hempfield, but again, Boyertown, great team. Springfield was a great team. Conestoga was a great team. ONJ, great team. We have the strongest district in the state, so we feel like we're battle tested. 4 walk-off wins this year, a nail-biter here, 14-inning game against Ghost, who won the district title. Yeah. We're 3-0 against district champions, 2 against North and 1 against Ghost. Obviously, North was a different team in April than they are now. But, we'll see what we can do. We got a good team, I'm sure, on Monday. And if we play our game, it doesn't matter who the opponent is.
Exactly.
Again, we bunt, we steal, we make the plays, we pitch, we'll be okay.
I'll tell you what, I mentioned today that when we were getting ready to finish up the ball game is the fact that I could have made almost every player of the ball game. I mean, they all played so well. You had hitters that were doing a tremendous job. Lawrence leading off, getting on base with a couple of hits, a walk, scoring a run. And Endler's hitting as well as I think probably he's been hitting all season. He's really smacking the ball.
Yeah, I mean, he started out really hot, lulled a little bit in the middle when people started getting to know him, and now he's back, he's locked in. Logan's had some hits. Kyle had a big hit there in the end. Unfortunately, we got the kid stolen, got out. Pat a couple hits. Zumagala ripped the ball right at a kid. You're right. Every game there's somebody who's a new hero. Today, Kyle was a rock behind the plate, made a couple great plays. Anybody could have been. Conley did a great job.
Conley and
his pitch count was high.
He came in, and when it counted, he had the right pitch. That's for sure.
Yeah, but that's the idea. We have 24 team players here. There's no real individuals. Everybody is here for one goal. And that's what you hope for as a coaching staff. We have 13 seniors. All of them could go on and play in college. We only have, I think, 5, maybe 6 right now. Some guys are choosing to go big time academic schools, which is smart.
Great.
Are we getting drafted? Probably not. But again, it's a credit to them. They want to extend their high school career because they might not play meaningful games in the future. And this is a meaningful game for them, for the coaching staff, and just for Pennsbury as a program.
Well, let me ask you about that last play. I mean, we saw it there. I mentioned it was going to be trouble because it was going slow, rolling, and Pat Lawrence had to really come in and get that. And he had no choice once he got it down low. It was just to flip it to him at first. He did beat it out. I'll say that because we were right behind the bag. He was safe at first, but then everybody was saying I was looking. I'm thinking to myself, Daryl, looking over here, and then out of the corner of my eye, I saw the kid coming down from third. And that's why I asked the DJ, did you see him? He said, well, for a split second I didn't. He said, then I heard somebody holler. He said, and Kyle said he was just waiting. I knew he was just waiting for him down there. I think really when you come down to it, a play like that with those two guys, that goes to show you, it could easily, your first baseman could have been thinking, oh, I think he's out, this, that, and turn his back and have a run score. But instead, he was right on point and was able to get it home in a perfect throw.
You hope. You try to tell them, let us argue, and we argue. When we disagree. DJ is a very intense kid, but he had the mindset.
Yeah.
He understood. He couldn't argue. He heard somebody yell for. We were all screaming for in here. He turned and made a great throw. Could have easily been a tough play, going away.
Right.
Turned and made a phenomenal throw. And Kyle, again, he's a rock behind the plate, and he took the hit and made the tag, and that was huge.
That's what I mentioned. The same thing. DJ at first base has played, I think, a whale of a first base. I played that position. I've seen him dig him out over there, and I like the way he does that. But the other thing I was mentioning about the fact is I had standing next to me after the game was one of our players, was Kyle Marshall, and I said to Kyle, there aren't too many people that are shorter than me. But I tell you what, he's like 7 feet when he comes out back here. What he's doing behind the back, he's catching your guys and stopping everything. He does a whale of a job for a little kid.
He's a 4-year starter. We threw him into the fire as a freshman because he was a great receiver. Off and on hitting wise, quick release, solid arm. Again, you can't ask for more out of that kid. He plays, like you said, plays 7 feet tall. I think he's one of the best catchers in the state. and it's unfortunate that we're going to lose him.
Yeah.
But we do have some kids behind him who got some starts this year. But Kyle has been nothing but a rock for us. And I said to one of the reporters earlier, I get on him more than anybody else because he's heard it from me for 4 years. I yelled at him today, apologized to him. Hopefully it made him mad, and he made some good plays.
Exactly.
But Kyle's a great kid.
He knows you by now.
He knows by now. He's a great kid. He knows that we just want to compete, and you don't have a much better competitor than.
Well,
than
congratulations on the league championship.
Thank you.
Congratulations on making the states. And
thank you.
4 games, anything can happen. You know
Anything
that.
can happen.
You
Hey,
just want to get in.
Yep, absolutely.
And
So now
congratulations.
we make some noise.
We'll see you on Monday, wherever. We don't even care where it is. I'm sure you don't either.
No,
you just
not
want
at
to
all.
play the game.
Thank you very much, Vince.
Joe Pesci, the head coach of the baseball team for Pennsbury.